Wow, hi there channel and welcome to Seattle. It is, as you can see, a pretty horrific day around us. It's raining, there's a ton of clouds. Once again, I guess I'm still sort of getting used to my new computer, so it's kind of a performance video. But today it's also hopefully going to be quite an interesting flight from Seattle up to Bellingham. We're flying into Riddlez Bellingham, KBLI. It's a really nicely done airport. This is Taxi2gate Seattle, Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha, and all around us is Joystick Designs Seattle City, which looks just fabulous. It really does. I also have Seattle Airport, so down here is I don't know if we can see it. Yeah, here's Boeing Field with the pretty fantastic Museum of Flight, all that sort of stuff. We have Renton close by. We have Payne Field with the Boeing factory further up north. We have Orbx Pacific Northwest going on. We have lots of airports. I have Skagit, I have Anacortes, Orcas, Friday Harbor, etc. You name it. It's pretty much all the things in the world going on at the same time. Henrik Nielsen's AI ships. I also just recently, or today, I got Blue Haze naval traffic, which is basically the U.S. Navy. It's all the ships in the new U.S. Navy. And they are actually based up in Bremerton, which is also on the way from here to Bellingham. So this is really testing the system. And yeah, SPS is pretty good. I actually had to turn off dynamic lighting. That it could not handle, but I think it's pretty. That's my graphics card more than it is the processor. But still, look at this. I also have quite a bit of traffic. It's actually less than I thought, but there's no thought behind that other than that's the way it is. The other thing I'm trying out is Project Fly. This will be my very first time trying it out. Okay. I don't really know how to. Basically, it's a flight logger, isn't it? It's it should show where I'm at. We're at SeaTac. Yeah, guess I'm not in here yet, but well, we'll see how this goes. If it works or not, it should, right? Will be interesting. Okay, now I also have the new what's it called? New repaint, new Alaska repaint for my Q400. So things like, yeah, my controls weren't set up initially correct. Okay, let's get everything powered on and ready to go. Testing all the fire warnings before I start APU. Stall warning. Okay. gear pins are stowed. That's one thing I've learned to look for. And we can put this one on doors. Open up the doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Dash 8 Q400. I'm just waiting for the last of the luggage to load on board, then we'll be able to get underway in a few minutes. On behalf of the entire flight crew, most of you are pressing flight.
Okay. Go ahead and turn on logo lights, wing inspection lights, and we'll open the engine intakes so that he can also inspect the engines. This is for our co-pilot. Leads can go to min for now, and we'll set the temperatures. Set to 20. Okay, and
Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha Airport Information Echo 1453 Zulu Weather Wind 144 at 21 gusting to 35 visibility 10 sky condition few clouds at 4,300 ceiling 5,000 overcast light rain temperature 10 dew point 2 altimeter 2976 advise on initial contact you have information Echo Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha Airport Information Echo 1453 Zulu Weather Wind 144 at 21 gusting to 35 visibility 10 sky condition few clouds at 4,300
wow, winds at 2-1 gusting to 3-5. That's gonna be interesting. Okay, let's get started on the flight plan. So we're flying out of KSEA menu. We're departing runway, if we're looking at our plan anyway, 16 right, which would be the best for us, as shortest taxi as well. And we are doing the KSEA 6 departure. From KSEA 6 we are flying, we're going to KSEA. Or are we? I don't think we are actually. We're doing the V23 to Paye. It's Painfield. And from there we are Kilo Bravo Lima India Bellingham, and we're arriving, landing runway 16, and we're doing the MADI 4, and the transition is pay, and we are doing the ILS today, I think, and we are doing it, let's see, welcome. I don't think we need that transition. Yeah, so that's just vectors. Okay, that's cool. Flight plan today is a cool zero fuel weight of 26038. And our fuel on board is a cool 1641. I'm not gonna go in and calculate the alternates and all that sort of stuff today. I just kind of want to get going. Turn, crossfill the flight plan, crossfill the fuel. She really is a beautiful plane. I love the Q400. Okay. Speeds. Next up is speed. So 129, 129, 130, 141, 153. Okay, let's see if I can remember all that. Probably not, but it's worth a try. Okay, let's see if I got that right. 129, 129, 130, 141, 153. Perfect. Okay. Decision altitude, we'll set that to 1,440 feet. That's will be our acceleration altitude. Out of here. And we'll go ahead and go ahead and set IS mode up here, and I'll set the IS mode to 153. Altitude today. It's a pretty short flight, so you usually don't go that high. So yeah, only 14,000 feet. I'm just gonna punch that right in the simulator. I'm gonna go ahead and close the rest of the doors now. And what we'll do, let's see if they'll let us go, or if it's IFR. Oh, good thing. I'm kind of an idiot. I totally forgot about that. Of course, we're taking off south, not north. Departure, and we are doing 16 left, which is still gives us the same flight plan. Yeah, I don't know what kind of vectors they normally give us here, but doesn't matter. We'll have to give it our best shot. Okay, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. The beacon can go red. It says the seatbelt signs in there, and we will turn on the windshield heat as we ask for pushback. And we'll go nose left, tail right. Forgot to do the other flutter test. Check the gear pins once again. We have them. Dude, you're inside the terminal.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Bleed and come on. We'll start engine 2. Add fuel. So go around out there. So Alaska Airlines flight.
Set parking brakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention to the international safety regulations. This aircraft has 6 emergency exits. 2 exits are located
Unlocking gear.
at the road west of that. They are marked with the exit sign.
Start engine 1 now.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass main removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, we're good to go.
Flare into the light vest.
Okay, props can go up.
Information, please refer to the safety instruction card in a seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, let's get this started. Party started. Fuel pumps can come on. Hydraulics can come on. Anti-skid on. Nose wheel steering on. Bleeds can come on. Generator can come back off. Pitot heats on. Main bus tie off. Taxi light on. Wing inspection can come off. And that's what we need to taxi. We have flaps to 5. I thought I turned off dynamic lighting, but I guess not. Something weird happened here. think she sounds so good too. This is the sound immersion pack though, it's not the default sound pack. I'm wondering what program that was. That could have been... Could be this. Or something. Or it could be cam or some other weird thing. Whatever. Thing seems to be working. That's a pretty bad weather radar right there, huh? Look at that. Yeah, I don't really know what they usually do, but I'm gonna expect a left vector, so I'm gonna vector myself to the left over Renton and Lake Washington. Beautiful. I have to say this performance is pretty goddamn amazing. If this weather is horrible, you guys. I mean, but we're getting 40 FPS. Everything looks fantastic. We've got dynamic lights. Pretty much everything. Really happy with the performance. Okay, kids, this is us, right? Leads min. Let's just do it, man. 100% N1 stable. We'll do it. V1, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Okay, we have hit our acceleration altitude. We're gonna go ahead and go to 195 for our speeds. I'm gonna retract the flaps now and bring the props back to 900. Sorry, landing lights should stay on. Wow, look at that scene, you guys. Just gonna have to look at that from the outside for a second. Look at that, you guys. It may not mean 90 FPS, but it's 30 beautiful FPSs, isn't it? Okay, I just realized I forgot the rudder trim. Okay, let's go ahead and bring her around. And we'll also engage alt cell here, just so we don't forget to do that. We'll try and take it right north at this point. I mean, seriously, this Rex Cloud's business is ridiculous. It's really improved the quality of the sim. Look at how good it looks. The clouds are great with the Rex Skyforce. It's a massive improvement. It looks really, really, really good. That looks fantastic. You can see the planes taxiing down there. Wow. Look at that too. Look at the rain going through the lamps. The lights. Pretty great. That's pretty cool. Okay, anyway, we can turn these off now anyway, because we are above our cruising altitude. I think what would have happen now is we'll go direct to Pi A, and we engage nav mode. Okay. That's awesome. This is really, really awesome. This is gonna be scary. 13,000, we're almost at our cruising altitude. We're gonna be cruising in the clouds. Okay. I need to figure out how the approach looks like. Because it's a short flight. So the approach, we're going at 2,000 at Sekog or Vugut. So we're coming out of some sort of weather here. Man, look at this, guys. Seriously. Okay, so Skyforce is the shit. It's really good. Like, there's some... Okay, that's weird. But honestly, this is really, really good. It really does feel like you're flying inside some sort of S-storm. Yeah, okay. 850, props 850. And we'll... do VNAV for Yano. Okay, so we'll do start our descent 14 miles from here. That's kind of what I was afraid of. The bad weather's all the way up to Bellingham. Oh, actually, no, there's a little break up there. Okay, interesting. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Okay, the hydraulic pumps can come off, fuel pumps can come off. Let's program everything. Okay, so 108.5. That's our ILS frequency. And we also have a Wacom VOR 113. Put that number 2, I guess. Okay, what else do we have to do? I want to put in and the elevation of the airport is a cool 170. Okay. Need to get the format set up for each of them so we can get the course in. And the course here for LS16 is 164. Yeah, so I don't think we're gonna see much of this navy that I was talking about, but there is a lot of scenery below us.
Seattle, departure Boeing 106 Manning is climbing through 1,200 at altitude 9 or 1,000. Boeing 106 Heavy, Seattle, departure, roger, altimeter 2976.
Really should have climbed just a little bit higher, but we're almost at our top of the descent. We can engage VNAV now, and we'll select altitude 2,000 feet. We'll arm the VNAV. Or not. Okay. Somehow this was on, got switched over to heading mode. Could be because I touched this nav source button accidentally. Ay ay ay, this is bad. Be interesting to see what Bellingham looks like in the shitty weather, because I don't know that they even do. It is prepared version 4 already, but I don't know if it does dynamic lighting or not. So we're going down now, so I'm reducing the speed, the throttles. It's funny, I have a lot of these, you know, Diamond Point is an add-on. Anacortes is an add-on that I own. So it's a West Wind, Skagit Regional is an add-on that I own. So a lot of airports around here. This truly is really bad conditions, huh? Yeah, okay, that reminds me, there is one more thing we should do, and that is set up the speed. Landing speed, so our VREF is 124 actually. $10,000 feet, we can turn our landing lights back on. Icing's been on the whole time, because we're flying in the clouds, obviously. Look, we're coming out of the clouds. It's probably Anacortes or something down there. Yeah, that's Gadget Regional there, which is an add-on. This is a town I forget the name of.
Kilo Bravo Lima India Airport information India 1453 Zulu weather wind 134 at 33 gusting to 48 visibility 10 sky condition few clouds at 1000 temperature 9er dew point 3 altimeter 29661 advise on initial contact you have information India Kilo Bravo Lima India Airport information India 1453 Zulu weather wind 134 at 33 gusting to 48 visibility 1
33 knots winds gusting to 48 knots. Man. But pretty good direction. And look at this. Look at this. Way to get out of the weather just in time, huh? I guess we sort of flew in that cloud coverage the whole time, dude. It probably wasn't that bad. Below it or above it. Looks gorgeous. Gorgeous. My wife is actually from the city. She grew up on this coastline here. Beautiful place. Stuttering as it's loading the airport, I'm assuming. It's a beautiful town, Bellingham, and really beautifully situated with the San Juan Islands out here. This is Orcas Island, Anacortes down here, Friday Harbor over there, Seattle to the south, Vancouver to the north, Mount Baker in the clouds over there, the Cascades. It's a stunning part of the world. That's a lot of stuttering here. There's a lot of scenery to load, but it's Canadian borders over here. That's Canada, basically. All of these mountains is Canada. Is Canada. Okay, they can get on. Let's now we can contact Bellingham International, can't we? And we'll request a full stop landing. Beautiful. Like the new Alaska livery. I think it looks good on the Q. Trying to take some screenshots of this plane too, because I need someone for my project fly. Also excited to see how that turns out here, if it actually logs it or not, and how well it logs it. So that's our altitude. Seems awfully early to get to the altitude. See, look at Vancouver. A lot of the lights of Vancouver, you see that enormous. It's an enormous area, actually. It stretches on forever up the Fraser Valley. Okay, we'll go heading mode now. And we'll vector ourselves straight down. We'll go nav source, nav 1. Nav source, nav 2 on this one. We'll arm the localizer. You know what, I'm just gonna do a reduced MP, but because of this wind gusting that they talk of, I think we'll not do that. See the crosswind here. You'll see where we're heading and where the bird tells us we're actually going. It's really pushing us sideways. It's kind of ridiculous. 32 knot wind. Totally forgot to increase the bleeds on this entire flight, but I was kind of stressed out about the weather for the longest time, and for no good reason. This is not a problem. Go flaps 5. Got the localizer. Arm the glide slope as well. Can go gear down, start slowing down. Once we get on the ground, I'll show you all my settings, because I know a lot of you have been asking about them. They're kind of the same as they are in every video I do, but I'll show them to you anyway. Flaps 10, flaps 15. We got the glide slope. clear to land. We'll turn on the taxi light. We'll turn off the ice now because there's no icing conditions anymore. You can see this wind speed is ridiculous. We're just diving down. Ah, completely forgot to set the minimums. But whatever, it's... Okay, we're gonna do it manual from here. I do like the HUD. I do like that it shows you where you end up. Find it very handy, especially in crosswind situations. It makes it really easy to sort of line up for the crosswind to get the right amount of drag. Also the speed. This tape here showing you what you're doing in terms of your VREF is also pretty handy. Although it does... I do end up chasing it sometimes. Let's see, so we're at flaps 15. We're more or less just gonna fly it into the runway like this, but I think I am gonna try a little bit of a flare today because it is very windy and we're kind of diving. So beautiful dynamic lights, very reasonable frame rate.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And down.
Bellingham, contact ground on 1274. Two 12740, goodbye. Bellingham, ground 0, request taxi departure. 0, taxi departure, using taxiway echo hotel. Taxi departure, via taxiway echo hotel 0.
Okay, let's before we move on, let's take a look at the replay, because the replay seems to be working quite well in okay. Okay, that was... It's kind of nice to know. Okay. Okay, so here we go. We'll try and taxi to the gate here instead. That was a good landing. I'll see if I can want to replay some other way. This is Bellingham. I think it looks decent in the night. Those night lights over there, though, the main lights look a little shoddy, but apart from that, pretty good. Okay. Okay, that's it. We've stopped. Give the engines a little bit of a... I think you're supposed to give them 30 seconds on flight idle to... Not on flight idle, but on... yeah, start and feather to cool down, I think. That's 30 seconds right there. And we can go ahead and...
Ladies and gentlemen, for your own safety, we instruct you to keep your seatbelt fastened during the entire flight. Please observe that this flight is a non-smoking flight.
No comment from Mr. GSX Man today, but whatever. Go ahead and request a boarding. All in all, really fun flight. I did like it. I do really like flying this plane. It's so manual, which is really, really fun. They have something that you really have to sort of be on top of the whole way through to make work. And look how great everything looks up here, huh? Pretty cool. Night textures aren't the best for this airport, but this airport seriously is fantastic. Way underrated. I wish they had it on Sim Market. I think that's if those guys are listening, I think that's if you want to sell more, put your thing on Sim Market, because this FS Pilot Chopper, where we sell it, it's annoying. Crappy service and hard to find your products, and no mention of updates and all that sort of stuff. So I'd put my stuff on Sim Market. You have a really stellar airport here, and you should sell a lot of copies of it. It's well worth the money. Anyways, pretty great, great flight, great fun. Thanks for watching, guys. If you, wow, totally forgot to tell you, forgot to do what I promised to do, which is to show you my settings. Basically, they look like this. These are all the sort of boring ones, I guess. No thing here, but what's important? No road vehicles. Road vehicles kills my sim. Ships and ferries 20%. Doesn't really matter. It's mostly Henrik Nielsen's ships, so you have to have some ship and traffic to get his ships, but I don't think they really respond to that setting. Realism, everything on. Display 2x SSAA, and it's a tropic filtering ultra, 4K textures, VSync, and triple buffering, so never more than 60 frames frames per second for me. Level detail max, tessellation ultra, mesh 1, texture 7 centimeters, use high resolution terrain textures, scenery complexity extremely dense, autogen very high, draw distance, vegetation very dense, auto building very dense. I've experimented with these. They don't seem to make much of a difference, but I just have them here because I do. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of headroom. Water detail, I have it on high. For no reason really. I could probably try ultra. I'm really debating whether or not to turn off the terrain reflections because they're so buggy. Special effects medium and distance medium. HDR lighting, yes. Dynamic reflections off. Dynamic lighting, it says off, right? But and that's very weird because they were clearly on. Shadow quality high, shadow draw distance high. All these things on, like internal cast and receive. I also have receive for sim objects, vegetation and buildings for cloud shadows, and sim objects because a lot of airports have sim objects and I want my airplane to shadow to show up so I can judge distance and height and stuff. Cloud shadows are on as well, not terrain shadows, which is really great when I'm able to do it, but I just don't have the screen card for it. Cloud draw distance 80 miles. I didn't realize I've set this down, but I'm actually seeing that my GPU gets overloaded in very heavy weather, and I turned this down and it kind of helped. I also turned down, maybe I'll go through the other settings too. So these are my FSX settings. Not my FSX, my P3D settings. Volumetric fog on as well. What else do I have? Because there's other things with settings, right? Huh. So strange to me. Anyway, I just need to try that out. Yeah, there are other settings. I'll show you them real quick. So let's start with the one that matters. Rex Skyforce. Let's do that one first. Okay, so for resolutions on the textures here, I have 1024. I have 1K textures for all the clouds. It really made a difference turning this down from 4K to 1K. Not so much in frame rate, but in terms of GPU loading, and that it made a huge difference. And it really surprised me, but there's clearly just an S-ton of textures in the sim using these new cloud textures, and it just becomes a lot for it to handle and do AA on and all that sort of stuff. So that's the settings I have there. UT Live is pretty much it's roughly, no, actually, you know what, hold on. I have to increase the density twice. Oh no, I don't. Sorry. I think when I started, it's commercial 60 and general aviation 23. Yeah, and every time I bring up a GXX, I increase the density. I just haven't bothered changing the shortcuts. What else? I use Simstarter. I love Simstarter. I think it's a great program, even though it's very, very complicated. But I can show you my sim config set here, which also includes some of the tweaks that I'm running. And there's not a whole lot of them. I use texture bandwidth multiplier of 30. That's to sort of the, you know, those sometimes you swing away from a piece of scenery and you swing back and it's all black. This apparently alleviates that, and I'm not sure if it's kind of placebo or not, but I do I do keep it here, and I do like it, so that's kind of cool. Or maybe it was texture max load. I keep forgetting. Cloud shadow texture size 512. I think that's the standard. Yeah, okay. I think that's it actually. Then there's active sky, which is the other one with settings, right? But I'm pretty much using standard settings in here. I don't think there's anything much that's different. I use suppress local weather changes. That's mostly because I don't want the weather to change right where I am. I want it to change ahead of me. Maximum cloud layers 5. Cloud motion effect, yes. Kind of wondering if that actually steals a bunch of FPS if there's a lot of clouds like now. For visibility options, is the other thing that sort of takes FPS here, is I am using 199 and volumetric fog. That's it. It's pretty basic, you guys. It's nothing that special. I don't have an affinity mask. I played around with it. Didn't really seem to change much in my FPS, but whatever. It was what it was. And I stopped using it. I guess because I don't think I need it. Okay, let's turn this baby off. So yeah, that's my settings. That was a fun flight. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you do like what you see, you can leave a like, you can comment, or you can subscribe. I guess YouTube's taken away my sort of ad revenue, which is of course nothing. I don't care. This is a tiny channel. I'm not doing this for the ad views. But if we do make it to over 1,000 subscribers, they'll give me back my little ad revenue, which is basically one check a year for like almost nothing, for like $50 to $60. But it's nice. And so yeah, if you do like what you see, please do subscribe. It would be nice to be to still have the revenue coming in from YouTube, but it's not gonna make it much of a difference either. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Or actually, you know what? Don't thank you for watching. Let's do this, and we'll go in, and I would just want to show you what this looks like. Let's see. Ah, see, it has a visitor. Oh, cool. Neato. Does it have the actual flight? Yes, it does. Wow, that's so cool. It has the fuel. It has the oh, that's the speed. That's cool. It's so interesting with the fact that you don't have an auto throttle. It's so different, huh? Pretty happy with that, you guys. That's pretty neat. Yeah, that's where I am. It's cool. It's kind of, you can see it here, it's right on the center line and everything. Very neato. Ah, departure wasn't so bad actually. Like I could kind of see them giving me reasonable vectors. So there's some fairly reasonable vectors. And we took off from here, which is the Q400 gates. actually. Q400 or CRJ gates. There's nothing here, I guess. Well, here they are. Okay, very cool. Okay, now for reals. Well, anyway, this is fun. I like this. I'm gonna keep doing this. So you can go find me on. You can come find me here too. Actually, on Project Fly if you're here. I am P3D Flyboy fanboy also on Project Fly. I don't know how this works. How you find each other and stuff, but it's yeah. Stratus, like the name of that. Yeah, P3D fanboy. So come find me here. I will be in here still, and we'll see how this goes. Oh, that's so cool, man. It's a passport. That's awesome. Wow. That is neat. See? Oh, that's amazing. Very cool. I wonder how it works with just like straight up VFR flights. Okay. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. There'll be more Project Fly stuff then. Look at how many people are using it too.